This is a presentation on homelessness among students for the class Sociology of Homelessness, prepared by Britta Rysiewicz at Northern Illinois University. Over the last 20 years, rates of family homelessness have increased dramatically. The most recent data from the U.S. Department of Education reports 1.36 million homeless students in the United States. It is important to recognize that this number may be higher, and data does not account for additional homeless children who are unidentified or not enrolled in schools. Numerous studies have examined the negative impacts of homelessness on children and confirm that homeless children deal with multiple risk factors impacting their learning. Many researchers, including Miller and Schreiber in 2012, found that homeless students often experience emotional distress that negatively affects academic achievement. However, according to Mastine et al. In 2014, homeless children often develop strengths and resilience as well. Very little research has been focused on resilience and factors that enhance these positive traits in homeless students. It is for this reason that I will discuss research findings related to this topic. Research on this subject is limited but very important. For this presentation, I argue that educators and social service providers must do more to address the needs of homeless students and develop better strategies that focus on encouraging resilience and reducing long-term academic risk for this population. Most research has focused on the negative impacts of homelessness on children. However, some studies reveal that despite their circumstances, many homeless children are quite resilient. Multiple factors can impact the level of resilience and the future academic success homeless children experience, including the child's executive functioning skills, effective parenting, and educational factors. Teachers lack adequate intervention training for working with homeless students, and their negative misconceptions of these children directly impact student success. Although homeless students face challenging circumstances, many of these students have developed extraordinary resilience. Housing uncertainties, high rates of mobility, and unstable school environments impact academic outcomes and are issues homeless students must deal with. However, according to research in 2013 by Catulli et al., a surprising number of these students actually do perform well academically. The study looked at over 26,000 students in third through 8th grade and compared the academic achievement results of homeless students to other low-income students living in stable housing. Approximately 45% of homeless students tested displayed strong academic resilience. The term resilience was defined as consistent standardized test achievement with average or above scores. Research by Rafferty, Shim, and Weitzman in 2004 examined 46 adolescents in homeless families and 87 permanently housed low-income students. Findings indicated that although reading and math scores for homeless children were lower, for many of these students differences in test scores were temporary, occurring during the period they were housed in a shelter. For many homeless students, lower scores improved within 5 years of their housing situations becoming stable. Another study by Obradovic et al. In 2009 compared reading and math scores of 4 primary grade schools within a large urban district to determine long-term growth patterns and examined the effect of academic risk and resilience in homeless students. Initially, students were evaluated in grades 2 through 5 and then re-evaluated 12 and 18 months later. Findings revealed that 58 to 63% of reading and math scores actually fell within the national test norms, and many of the homeless students performed at an acceptable average range. While long-term longitudinal studies on this subject are limited, their findings are promising. It is important to investigate what factors may enhance higher levels of resilience and influence better outcomes for homeless students. Let's take a closer look at the factors that impact resilience and achievement for homeless students. There are many things that affect a child's level of success, including strong executive functioning skills, effective parenting, and educational factors. In 2014, researcher Mustine et al. Conducted studies at shelters focusing on risk and resilience and the effect of executive functioning skills, parenting, and stress. Their investigation looked at students in kindergarten and first grade and was designed to better understand how these processes impact children. Their study examined executive functioning, which includes self-control, attention, organization, and memory processes. Studies discovered that executive functioning skills are a strong predictor of future success in academics, behavior, and relationships. Further research by Obradovic et al. Found higher executive functioning skills were found in resilient homeless students who were doing well in many academic and social emotional areas. In fact, Heckman and Kotz research in 2012 looked at strengths and life skills homeless students acquired as a result of their circumstances and the effect on their achievement. Research revealed that, quote, the unique life experiences of homeless and highly mobile students often result in non-cognitive skills which predict and produce success in life for students, end quote. It is important to examine how strong executive functioning skills develop and how we can build these skills in homeless students. A 2012 study by Narian et al. Determined that executive functioning skills directly result from quality parenting, as observed in their study conducted in homeless shelters. Researchers included 39 parents and their 4 to 7-year-olds and observed parent-child interaction that was videotaped and later analyzed. Observations focused specifically on the parents' behaviors and their expressed emotions related to their children. Results were compared with teachers' reports assessing these students' school adjustment. Parents' positive emotional statements, as opposed to criticism and negative statements, enhanced students' achievement. This study found that when parents were sensitive and responsive, their children performed well on executive functioning assessments and other tests. Additionally, it was found that executive functioning skills develop quickly during early preschool years. Understanding the correlation between effective parenting behaviors and school performance underscores the importance of supporting homeless parents. Research by Paquette and Basuk in 2009 highlighted the unique stresses of parenting for homeless families, and an article by Olga Kazan in The Atlantic further discussed the challenges of parenting in a shelter with factors such as a lack of privacy, noise, and strict rules. Kazan explained the PACT, Parent and Children Together parenting program. Promising results were noted by licensed clinical social workers teaching lessons on mindful parenting in homeless shelters. Homeless parents surveyed also indicated they believed the parenting classes were beneficial. It was further demonstrated in research by Mustine et al. That interventions designed to support homeless parents and reinforce positive parenting skills can result in higher executive functioning and ultimately more resilience and better academic outcomes for homeless children. Classroom teachers also play a significant role in affecting the success of homeless students. In the National Center for Homeless Education, or NCHE 2013 report, recommendations based on current research were suggested to improve teaching strategies for homeless students. The NCHE report by Jan Moore noted that research specifically addressing effective teaching techniques for best serving homeless students was very limited. Additionally, Moore's report points out that McKinney-Vento Act, established in 1987, only requires schools to refer homeless students for services and enroll children in programs. Teachers are not routinely given recommendations or best instruction strategies for addressing the needs of this at-risk population. It is crucial that classroom teachers understand the issues facing homeless students and examine their own feelings, beliefs, and misconceptions of these children. According to a 2009 report by Reynolds, Chen, and Herber, teachers may view homeless students negatively because they are often require additional time and attention to review lessons and help them adjust to their new classroom. Educators may resent this disruption to their established routine, which directly affects their interaction with the homeless students. It is critical that students adjust their perception and foster positive relationships with these students to ensure better classroom success. Further research in 2013 by J. Kim revealed that pre-service teachers frequently had strong preconceived beliefs regarding homeless students. Many educators admitted to believing negative stereotypes and felt that homeless students were more difficult to deal with. Kim's study determined that teachers' education programs widely lacked information regarding homeless students. During this study, student teachers spent time interacting with homeless students in a shelter learning center. When teachers learned more about their students' lives and their difficult living situations, their previous attitudes, opinions, and fears changed. Teachers had more positive responses and were better prepared to work effectively to support homeless students. One student teacher in Kim's study commented, quote, "Prior to this experience, we imagined the children being dressed poorly, very behind in their development, lonely, scared, and shy. However, this was not the case. The children were played and interacted with were cleaned and dressed nicely. Had we not seen them in a shelter, we would have no idea they were homeless." End quote. Research by Kofi in 2010 revealed that student teachers working with children from diverse cultural backgrounds admitted to having stigmatized beliefs regarding these groups. However, when student teachers participated in urban experiences and were provided with training in working with homeless children, they were better equipped to, quote, "disrupt their own biases." What can be done to better meet the needs of homeless students and ensure they have the best possible outcomes? As demonstrated research by Mastine et al., establishing programs that work with homeless parents to help them learn effective parenting techniques could help counter the negative impacts of homelessness on students. While findings of Miller and Schreiber and other researchers indicate these children typically underperform academically, encouraging results regarding resilience in homeless students have been revealed in studies by Catulli et al. Service agencies need to provide more support for homeless parents and children that offer opportunities to enhance students' executive functioning skills. As Mastine et al. Found, parenting classes that model positive behaviors to homeless parents and focus on quality interaction with children help develop strong executive functioning skills that enable students to build resilience and ultimately perform better academically. This could be enhanced by increased funding for more critical early intervention and parenting programs. Additionally, as reported by Moore and NCHE, educators need to participate in professional development courses that focus on strategies to best support homeless students to improve the performance of this population. And finally, as revealed in research by both Kim and Kofi, improved teacher training can change the perceptions of educators and help teachers develop better understandings of homelessness and how it affects their students. Homeless students face many challenges, and providing better social services, parenting support, and effective teacher training could enhance their executive functioning skills, build resilience, reduce long range. On this final slide, you will see a complete list of all work cited for this project. Thank you for viewing my research presentation.